Rebecca Bryant? Hi, this is Jennifer Drouot with the FBI.
He's not Agent Gideon, is he?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 shocking deaths from Criminal Minds.
She left you a present, and if you want to find it,
it's easy as pie.
For this list, we'll be looking at some of the most unexpected, elaborate, and heartbreaking losses on the long-running hit procedural. We're including both on- and off-screen deaths, victims, profilers, and unsubs alike. The spoilers for this list are criminal. Whose demise shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Kelly Seymour. Seeking revenge on his former football teammates, Marcus Younger kidnaps their 3 daughters. North Mamen High School girls soccer players Holly Homefeld, Brooke Chambers, and Kelly Seymour.
2 of you will leave this room alive. 1 of you will die.
He locks the trio in a cellar without water or food, telling them one will die, but they have to choose who. With Brooke's cough becoming exceedingly worse, Kelly decides it should be her.
We missed her! We made our choice!
But before she uses one of the weapons Younger provided them, Brooke kills Kelly.
It's like those soccer players who crashed in the Andes. They were starving. They had no food, nothing to eat except for their friends who had died. They were good people, but they didn't have a choice. They did what they had to do.
The situation itself is unimaginable, but with her being ill and Kelly determined to get free, we didn't expect Brooke to be the one who would survive. Of course, we hoped they'd all be rescued before anyone had to die.
I didn't have any choice. They'd already decided to...
Number 9. Carolyn Baker Rossi. David Rossi experienced many tragic losses in his life, including the death of his son with his first wife, Carolyn.
When we were married, you were always warning me about clogged arteries.
And you would always say to me,
nobody lives forever.
When the former couple catches up in season 7, she tells him she's been diagnosed with ALS.
last year I was diagnosed with ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease.
Caroline.
Look, like you always said, nobody lives forever.
She asks for his assistance in a premature death, but he can't bring himself to do it.
When it's time, will you help me end my life?
The next time he sees Carolyn, she's already taken steps to end her life, and we're just as shocked as poor Rossi. Sadly, this wouldn't be the only time he watches a spouse die.
What have you done?
Oh, shh, just come sit. It won't be long now.
In season 13, Rossi rekindled a romance with his ex-wife number 3, Crystal Richards. By season 14, they were remarried. But in Criminal Minds Evolution, we find out she died of an unspecified illness, leaving Rossi devastated once again.
I couldn't watch them close her up like that. Do you think she'll forgive me?
Number 8. Stephen Walker. Shortly after Hotch officially went into witness protection in season 12, Stephen Walker joined the team.
I thought I'd check out where we keep the paper clips around here.
The agent had established relationships with Prentiss and Rossi and quickly became a beloved member of the BAU fam. So when the season 13 premiere came around, fans were shocked to learn that Walker was a casualty in a crash caused by Peter Lewis, aka Mr. Scratch, a multi-season enemy of the team. Since Prentiss recruited Walker to come work for the BAU, she feels guilty. And as if his death wasn't heartbreaking enough, we see his wife Monica at the hospital, overwhelmed with grief. Number 7. Detective Matt Spicer. Seasons 5 and 6 saw one of the show's scariest unsubs, Billy Flynn, dubbed the Prince of Darkness.
Did you shut the window?
What?
Oh my God!
The BAU establishes the connection between the prolific serial killer and Detective Matt Spicer, the grown-up son of a couple he murdered 26 years ago. Throughout the episode, Morgan observes signs that the detective has unknowingly suppressed a traumatic childhood memory.
You seem to have some insight as if you witnessed it.
Maybe because I pictured it 1,000 times.
After decades of killing across the country, Flynn returns to California and torments Spicer by murdering people in the area and ultimately kidnapping his sister and daughter. Despite surrendering, the detective is mercilessly killed in front of them. All of Flynn's crimes are horrific, but taking the life of a father simply because he can shows just how truly sadistic he is.
I love you, Ellie.
Number 6. Emily Prentiss.
Told me everything but a name.
Ian Doyle. Pleasure.
In season 6, Ian Doyle, an old foe of Emily's, comes back into her life, leading to a violent face-to-face confrontation that leaves her severely wounded. After the team hears that she didn't survive, we see the team mourn her unfathomable death at the hospital and attend her funeral. The episode ends with JJ delivering passports to a woman in Paris.
Passports from 3 different countries, and a bank account in each one to keep you comfortable.
Later, we learn that this was Emily about to go into hiding. Even though she ultimately survived, she did code on the way to the hospital. Emily Prentiss returns in the first episode of season 7, a double shock to everyone kept in the dark.
You didn't deserve that. And I'm so sorry.
While the team is relieved to have her back, some are still deeply hurt by the secrecy. Number 5, Sarah Jean Mason. When people confess to crimes they didn't commit, they're usually seeking attention. But that's not the case with Sarah Jean Mason. Before she was a prisoner on death row, Sarah Jean was married to the ruthless serial killer, Jacob Dawes.
Do you ever smile? I mean, it's hard to trust a guy who never smiles.
Are there more bodies?
If I told you that, what would I have left for myself?
Together they had a son named Riley, but Jacob thought that he was just a liability and instructed his wife to kill their child. Sarah Jean secretly gave him to a loving family, but still confessed to murdering him.
Where's he buried?
All that matters is that he's safe.
Where is he?
He's in a better place.
Gideon discovers that Riley is indeed still alive, which would prove her innocence. But rather than reveal the truth, Sarah Jean accepts her death sentence, wishing to protect her son.
I am standing here because of choices I made. Don't let my son be Jacob's last victim. Let me go.
Surprisingly, Gideon agrees to drop it, allowing her to die for a crime she didn't commit. Number 4, Jason Gideon. In the world of Criminal Minds, Jason Gideon is a co-founder of the FBI's Behavioral Analysis Unit. After years of dealing with psychopaths and endless innocent victims, the respected profiler leaves the team he founded.
I'm sorry the explanation couldn't be better, Spencer. And I'm sorry it doesn't make more sense. But I've already told you. I just don't understand any of it anymore.
Gideon's abrupt exit at the beginning of season 3 left his colleagues shocked as well as the audience.
Where are you headed?
Nowhere in particular.
How will you know when you get there?
Despite actor Mandy Patinkin's decision to leave the series, fans still held out hope he'd make a return in some capacity. But in season 10, the character was officially killed off by an unsub from a decades-old case.
Are you sure?
It's Gideon.
While Gideon's murder was off-screen, it still made a significant impact, since we had to mourn the loss a second time.
I'm gonna step right out there. And when you're ready, let's go get this son of a bitch.
Number 3, Erin Strauss. Since her appearance in season 2, FBI Section Chief Director Erin Strauss has been one of the many enemies of the BAU.
But I'm exhausted. I'm gonna head back to the hotel and take a bath.
She tried to break up the team on more than one occasion and was seemingly unliked by everyone. Her character improved over the years, showing vulnerability and even empathy for the people she once antagonized. In season 8, vengeful FBI agent John Curtis, aka the Replicator, kills Strauss while she and the team are in New York.
You really think your team is going to save you?
While she wasn't a main character, we still didn't anticipate her death or how sad it would be. Curtis's slow-acting killing method was torturous, drawing out her demise and leaving Hotch to witness her die up close.
I don't want to die alone.
I'm right here. It's okay.
Number 2, Maeve Donovan. In season 8 of Criminal Minds, our beloved boy wonder, Spencer Reed, finally got a romantic love interest.
What's so funny?
What? I didn't laugh.
Something's amusing you, I can hear it.
He and Maeve Donovan only knew each other briefly, and since she had a stalker, the two could only speak over the phone.
That's when I said, this is a guy I need to get to know.
However, through their shared love of literature and science, Reed and Maeve were a match made in nerdy heaven. When Maeve's stalker Diane Turner abducts her, Reed enlists the team to help save her.
She left you a present, and if you want to find it,
It's easy as pie.
What does that mean?
But when he's finally face to face with his long-distance love, their time together is cut short by Diane, who simultaneously takes Maeve's life along with her own.
Wait!
We really wanted a happy ending for Reed. Instead, the episode ends in a shocking tragedy. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Teen victims. Multiple high schoolers accidentally take their own lives trying to win an online game. Matthew Benton. Emily's longtime friend dies of a heart attack during an exorcism. Stephen Shepard. The missing boy's parents finding out their son died is one of the most heartbreaking moments in the series.
He died protecting that little girl.
He was alive yesterday.
Francesca Morales. JJ feels immense guilt for not saving a victim dying in a fire.
Let's go!
No! 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 No!
We gotta go!
Phil Brooks. Luke's best friend is murdered by a revenge-fueled serial killer.
Any last words?
Go to hell!
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Haley Hotchner. Several unsubs have targeted the BAU for one reason or another, but one of the worst was George Foyette, aka The Reaper.
Why so quiet? You usually lash out when you're frustrated. I'm not frustrated. You're more predictable than you think.
After his return to the city of Boston in Season 4, Foyette comes back to further taunt Hotch in Season 5 by kidnapping his ex-wife Haley and their son Jack. When she calls Hotch and realizes she's with a cold-blooded killer, we can hear the fear in her voice.
Haley, show him no weakness, no fear.
I know. Sam told me all about it.
She spends her last moments on the phone with him while the team listens on in terror. It's shocking, not only because of Haley's innocence, but because of how it all unfolded.
Promise me that you will tell him how we met and how you used to make me laugh.
Haley.
He needs to know that you weren't always so serious, Erin.
It's a personal tragedy for Hotch and Jack, but everyone collectively mourns Haley, someone we've known since the first episode of the series.
I promise.